So how do you do no money down deals in 2025? That is buying a property and putting none of your own cash into it. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you, or we're going to share with you, exactly how you can do that. We'll stay tuned till the end and we'll share with you how you can fund your next property deal without any of your own money. But I'm joined by John Howard. I'm going to ask you, John, give me an example of a deal you've done with none of your own money.
Goodness me, Ranjan. You want me to give away all my secrets of how we go about the murky world of buying and selling without paying for them? Is that what you're saying?
Well, so one example.
Murky is the wrong word, to be fair.
Because some people don't think it's possible. By the way, at the end of this video, we'll actually tell you how you can do it with your deal.
It could be very easy for you to do.
So, John,
let me give an example. An example would be where we would agree to buy a property. You need a bit of time. So we have done, and I'll give you an example. One last year we did, where we bought the property. We agreed to buy the property for one particular use, which would have been, it was in flats. So we were just looking at a pretty, it was 4 flats. So we were looking to just refurbish them, maybe sell 2 off, keep 2. But of course, if someone else has got a different need for that, which throws up more value, then they're going to buy it off you. So in this case, it was assisted living, which is the buzzword at the moment, I think, for most people, where they lease the building off the landlord for 5 years. They have an agreement with the local authority who pay them relatively good money to look after normally 16 to 24-year-olds. So in this case, they had what we call a requirement. So we were buying it at a relatively low price because it wasn't worth any more to us for what we wanted to do. But we heard that there was an organisation that wanted to purchase it because they're working alongside an assisted living company that could pay us around 150,000 more. So we bought it and we sold it the same day.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's sometimes, as we say, the stars align. And then, so that would be not a simple example because it's never easy to do, but that would be an example where we put no money down and we made good profit.
Wow. Yeah, there's so many ways of cutting this.
Yes.
I mean, the deal that I've done a few times is to secure a site which is a commercial building.
Yep.
And basically you secure it, sometimes you try to do it with an option, but I think the vendor tends to feel more confident if you give him an exchange of contracts.
Do you know what? Can I just stop you there? I'm so pleased you said that because everyone is obsessed with option. The problem I have with options is that if I own a property and I'm not sure whether you're going to buy it off me or not, you're going to pay market price for it now. Now the market might go up, and that might be great, and that would be one way of buying a property and selling it on before we have to pay for the option, obviously, or sell the option on yourself. Great, but actually, if you want to get a property at a cheaper price, then you need a bit more commitment than that, I think.
You need to, I mean, exchange obviously binds you into doing it. Yeah. You can do it conditional
Delay
exchange.
Completion.
You can do it conditional.
Yeah.
But if you know what you're doing with the permitted development you're going to apply for, then you should have the confidence to say, look, I've done my due diligence, I tick all the boxes.
And you're adding value between exchange and completion, and then on completion you're selling to someone else because you've added the value.
Well, I haven't sold it. But
well, no, you're greedy. I sell lots of stuff. You sell nothing.
Well, what you do is, after exchange, between exchange and completion, you get the permitted development. As soon as you've got the permitted development,
bang it out. Sell it.
You can complete.
Sell it.
No, you can complete the purchase with a loan.
Yes.
Which gives you money on the uplifted value.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, get development finance for building it out.
Yes.
And then that ends up being a project that you've done without having to put any of your
but some
own
banks
cash in.
are quite funny about that, aren't they? Some banks are quite funny about, well, where's your skin in the game? All this silly business they come up with. Do you find that or not?
Well, it depends on, well, first of all, it's bridging finance.
Yes.
So with bridging finance to get that
Yes.
purchase, that's okay. With banks, it's a bit more of an issue.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about is just purchasing the
Yeah.
unit and being able to develop the thing
Yes.
out. Now, there's so many different ways of doing no
I
money
agree.
down, but I think the easiest way is one that our viewers can actually apply on your next deal. If you guys have found a property and you don't necessarily have the funds for it, but you feel you know exactly what the vision is for this property and the fact that there is money to be had in it, then you can get it all funded by basically coming on Property Elevator. Now, if you haven't seen Property Elevator is now in its 8th series. It's going to be featured on Amazon Prime, and it's basically like Shark Tank or Dragon's Den, where property entrepreneurs come on the show and they pitch their deals to 5 angels, and if it's any good, you find that the angels all compete with each other to fund your deal. Now, I'm joined, obviously John is the head angel. Who else is on the angel?
Oh, we've got Nicholas
crew?
Warwork. We all squabble basically for the deal.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the truth. And we're all backstabbing each other to think, well, I'm a better partner than you, than Ranjan will be for this, or Ranjan might say, well, I specialise in this, so it suits me. Or Hayley Andrews, she's lovely. She might say she likes a lot of data, doesn't she? She's the data queen. For me, I'm not interested in data too much. I want you to talk to the agents and find out from them what's going on. Then we've got Paul Mahoney, who is a very clever, aspirational entrepreneur, really, but also property investor as well. Nicholas Warwork, and of course the person we've got to be really, really nice to this year. And I don't know if you can be really, really nice to him or not. And that's Scott Marshall, because Scott Marshall is the managing director of Roma Finance. I borrow a lot of money from them. And Roma Finance are sponsoring the show once again this year, which is very good of them. So, you know, we've got a whole range of different people who specialise in different types of deals. Some people come on the show to get a deal with Ranjan, particularly. Good luck with that, but they do. Others come on the show to have a deal with Hayley because she specialises in HMOs and some commercial stuff, and some like Nicholas. And so on. So if you have got a deal that you want funding, then bring it to the show. You can apply at propertyelevator.tv.
Yeah, the link is on screen. It's constantly on screen at the moment. It's propertyelevator.tv. Applications close on the 28th of February. Now, we film. You've got to be available for filming on the 4th,
5th or 6th of March. Yeah. In London.
The studios are in Stoke Newington.
Yeah.
It's a set used by
originally by Dragon's Den.
Back in the day. Lovely little set.
Yeah.
I do recommend you watch. Well, you have to watch previous episodes of.
To get the hang of it, you need to do that. We have people come on sometimes who say, "Oh, yeah, I say to them sometimes, have you watched the show?" No, I never watched it. Well, I said, well, you're not going to get much funding here then, you know, to be honest with you. If you're not a fan, then why on earth are we going to throw good money after bad? So a great way of funding your next deal. However, there are other ways as well. Angel investors. I mean, angel investors.
That's what we are.
That's what we are. But I mean, in terms of, apart from being on the show, if people don't want to put any money down on their deal, there are angel investors about who will do that for you. A lot of them still ask for what they call skin in the game. So they're saying, look, I'll put up most of the money, the bank will put up the rest, but what are you going to do? And of course, you know, the point is you're probably going to bring them the deal, but most of them still want you to do something, some commitment. It might be, you know, 50,000, 30,000 to put it, or something to make sure that you're going to concentrate on that deal and not run off if it starts going wrong. That's what it's about. And that's why banks want you to put money in as well. So that's really what it's about, isn't it?
But this kind of circumvents that, because by teaming up with one of the angels on the show, or more than one angel on the show, you have that backing.
I don't share on the show. I'm known for not sharing. Some of these lightweights on the show, and I mean the angels when I say lightweights, will share the risk and all this, and two of them will do. Two angels are better than one. Not if it's me, because I've got more experience than most of them.
Actually, it's to share the fun rather than the risk, because it is fun.
Yeah,
it is fun working with you guys, and it's fun working with fellow angels, and because we all analyse deals in different ways, we all see different things in these deals, and we all learn from it. So the pitchers learn, the viewers learn, and we all learn, because there are times when an angel will say, "I'm out," and another angel will say, "I'm out," but then another angel says, "I'm in." What have they seen in the deal that I didn't see?
The difference between coming on the show and having one of us as an angel with lots of property experience to mentor you through it. I mean, you can come on the show if you've got money as well, of course, and got a property and all the rest of it already. But to be mentored by one of us, one, it's worth a lot of money, and two, you'll gain so much experience and have that support and the money from us. Whereas with an angel investor, they normally stand up, they're normally hands off, aren't they? They might have the money, but they probably haven't got the expertise either.
We're partnering with you. I mean, it's propertyelevator.tv. Applications closed 28th of February. Filming is 4th to 6th of March in London, so be available for that. It can be a property that you own already and you've got a plan for. It can be a property that you're looking to purchase. You're looking to put an offer in on. You know, increasingly what happens is that you've seen a property, you've viewed it, you've got a plan for it, but you need a partner to give your bid that credibility so that it actually wins, basically. It wins over the vendor in accepting that proposal. So whether you've got the property or you've found a property that looks interesting, if you want a partner for it, whether you've got cash or you need cash, or you just want to work with someone and learn from people who have got experience in that area, then Property Elevator is the place. And increasingly, people come on the show and massively raise their profile by just being on the show.
I mean, they don't get as many YouTube followers as you, Ranjan, but certainly it amazes me. And people actually say afterwards, they're quite blunt about it as well, we only came on because of we didn't get the deal funded, but it's added to lots and lots of more people know about us, and we've got angel investors come forward, and because it gives them the credibility, doesn't it?
Yes.
Now, talking about credibility and being on the show, are you going to buy a new suit for this year? Because I was a little bit rude about your suit last year, and you were a bit upset, and I did apologise.
What's wrong with my suit?
I went a bit far.
It was that
wine red one. Wine red burgundy job, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? So I'm not going to be rude again. I'm not going to be rude again. I promise you.
I think,
but I do have to sit next to you. Bear that in mind.
But John, I think all of us angels over the series, with the exception of you, I must say, we've all gone a little bit more for fashion. you walk in the same suit and tie.
Do you know what? John. I don't tend to. But I just got a lot of the same stuff. But also, class is permanent. That's what you got to remember, Ranjan. Class is permanent. Class is permanent. That's all they got to remember, isn't it, really? Yeah.
Well, on that bombshell, if you want your deal funded, you know where to come.
You certainly know where to come. And don't, we're not there to make a fool of you or to embarrass you in any way. It's not like that. We will support you and see and tell you where you could improve the pitch or where you could improve the deal. So, you may go off and still fund it elsewhere, who knows, but we will certainly give you support and help.
So propertyelevator.tv, get your applications in before 28th of February, filming between 4th and 6th of March. Now, we do not sift through your applications. No. The production team will go through your applications. Yes. One of the production team will give you a call and kind of assess things a little bit, and then give you one of those dates for the filming. We don't get to see any of the pitches until I think it's about 10 minutes or so, 20 minutes or so before
which is fun.
They come on. Don't contact us on Instagram or anything like that. Just apply on the website propertyelevator.tv and go through the producers of the show, and you'll be on.
Good luck.